Hey there, JoeTheAutoGuy here today to show you how to fix your exhaust manifolds on a 6-liter LS motor from GM. This one is currently on a 2500 HD. The problem is the back two bolts have actually snapped off, causing an exhaust leak and lean codes to come up and render the truck pretty much a little gutless in the performance area, and it's costing its gas mileage, power, everything that's important. So I'm going to show you how to remove the exhaust manifolds today and get these broken studs out. I am using a welder. So, there are other ways, but most times you just, it's how it is. So I'm using a welder to show you how to do that, to get the studs out. Not too hard, not too time consuming, but it, depending on how many bolts snap when you do this. So to show you what has happened, you can actually see the bolts right there, and then you go towards the rear and they are non-existent and broken off. There's just a hole there. So basically the process is we got to get the Y pipe disconnected from the exhaust manifold, get the heat shield out the manifold. You don't really have to get the heat shield off, but it helps. And or get the manifolds out and fix these studs in the cylinder head. First step to this is literally just to soak these bolts down in some kind of penetrating liquid. This is just going to help everything come off easier. Now what needs to be done is we are actually going to be removing the Y pipe bolts. So best to just soak these down too. Okay, so the wheel's off. Now we're going to focus on this plastic inner fender well. Use a small screwdriver to get the pop pin out if you don't have a body clip remover, which I do not today. Do both sides. Just kind of twist the screwdriver until you get it to pop out a little. These have been in here a long time. They're not going to want to come out completely nicely. And then take a side cutters. Do not cut them, but get the blades in there, and they will act as like a body clip remover. And you can get the piece out of there. See if they kind of run here and along, and some bigger ones. Got some bigger just body push pins along in here. So there is the how to get to the manifold with the plastic removed. Exposes the computer and everything, so make sure you put it all back together right. There's a few things that clip in. Got the vent hose here, and then there is another clip that actually broke. I had to take it out, so those wires are attached to the fender skirt. Okay, so now you see this heat shield is loose. Give you a little more room towards the exposing. The heat shield is loose, and slide that up through the top. So now what we need to do is remove the Y pipe bolts. which is a 15mm bolt. As you see, they are right through there. And I'm going to go from underneath. Now when you do this, I strongly recommend using an impact. The vibration from the impact will actually break these things better than brute force. That smoke is actually the heat from the penetrating oil burning off. So as you see, all these studs, nuts are off. I actually pulled the whole stud out of this one and didn't break it. Very surprising, usually doesn't happen. Usually they'll break before they do that. If they're rusted in there that bad. And then I got... So the actual real hard part is over now on this side of the manifold. So now basically what's next is to physically remove the manifold. Time to actually do your plugs, because you will be removing these. You can get those out of your way. We're going to physically unbolt the manifold. So the easiest way to do this is to gently, and I mean very gently, impact these. And don't be stupid about it. Just gently. And these come right out. Okay, so now you see the manifold is loose. Now all we gotta do is bring it up through the top. So what we're doing is removing these old gaskets here that are quite toasty to expose the broken studs. Basically, we gotta get a welder in there and remove them. We're gonna weld nuts to these ones. There's a good spot to ground on the block right here. We need to disconnect the battery first. Now we need to remove the negative battery cable so we do not fry any electrical equipment during this process. I have put some nuts onto the ones that have stuck out, and I'm going to quick weld them. There's not enough to get 2 nuts on there. Quick weld them and get them out. One snapped over here when I was trying to take it out. Weld it out a little bit and get a nut on it like this. Quick connect the ground and go from there. You see the ground is connected here. I'm going to try to get this wiring out of the way as much as possible. Quick weld this and get it out with the impact. work. And there's the stud removed on that one. Okay, so now we're going to put the rest of the bolts in. Okay. Now, I do recommend new plugs and wires while you're doing this if you need to. This one's got newer plugs in it, so I don't need to, but wires have not been ever changed out. So, we are going to do that today. With the wires, this side is installed. So you reconnect the Y pipe, put the plastic back up, and this one's good to go. Alright, and after enough fighting, the exhaust is back up in place. Y pipe is connected on both sides. And with the plastic removed, it's a lot easier to get to this wire side of the white pipe. Get these started for you at least, and to fight down below. Earlier I didn't do that just because usually they don't come off by hand, but they go back on by hand if you get them off. So there's the white pipe connected. Thanks for watching Joe the Auto Guy. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also check me out on Facebook. My email is down below, and I'm on Twitter now too. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped you. Have a great day.